Thinking I need some rum for this drink.
You know, I'm not a Pokemon collector. Do you know that?
Yeah.
I got stacks of Pokemon cards all over my desk. Like just god awful big stacks of Pokemon cards.
Well, you finally hit your item.
Is that what it is? Like, oh yeah, I did. It only took me like 67 days. 67 days. And check this out. 67 days and 67 days and a one stack. Hold on. 2 stacks. Not it though. I know you think that's it. And 3 stacks. It only took three or one really large stack. Just here, let's make it one really large stack. It only took this many cards to find it. Only this many.
Only that many.
Cards. Only this many cards. You know what? You know what's surprising though
Mm.
is that you can buy that card on Whatnot for like $1.
Probably.
Probably cost you more to ship it than it would to actually like get it to you. But it took me that many is how many it took me.
But that's not as fun.
Hmm?
That's not as fun to do it. To buy it.
I agree with you. It wouldn't have been as much fun if I would have did it that way. I'm still like doing a opening other than guys. I mean, so that series hasn't ended yet, and that series is not gonna end until I got like another series lined up coming in behind it. I believe I have one coming in behind it only because I want to keep stuff like that going because I had a lot of fun doing it. So I'm gonna like keep some kind of series coming in behind it. What you been doing this week, man? We got an odd start today. Today
That's
feels
been
like
a weird. My weeks have kind of gone kind of crazy just because adjusting my weeks and then a lot of people don't know is I've had. I think I told you is I've had some not the greatest car luck lately.
Yeah. You've had
So
some car stuff going on.
I've had, I was thinking maybe I was getting my car back next week. So let me start from that point. So I talked to, my car has been in, it didn't work. I had to have it towed, blah, blah, back. So I talked to the shop on like, I don't know, Wednesday maybe. And he seemed pretty positive. They got all the parts in. He started putting it in. He's like, yeah, this thing looks like it's going to be pretty good. Should be done, tomorrow around 11-ish sometime. I'll give you a call. Didn't get a call. Couldn't get through on his line. So I'm like, it's not that far out of the way. Let me stop by on my way home from work. Get home from work and stop by on the way. And the guy, he just starts shaking his head. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah. And he goes, yeah, I just ordered another engine for your car. I was like, okay. Now, mind you, this is a place that I took my car back in January to get the timing chain replaced. So I spent a good amount of money getting all that work done. So he's honoring all this work. So basically, he's putting another engine in my car, and I'm not paying a dime.
Oh, well, that's good of him.
Which is a plus.
Yeah.
So he called me on Friday, told me at the end of the day that the engine came in, and then he actually just got the phone with him today. He called me like just as the shop closed and said, hey, everything looks good. We've gotten the engine in. It's starting up just fine. We still got a few things we have to rehook up. Should probably be done tomorrow. So, and he sounded real positive about it, and he said everything so far sounds good. So, anyways, backing up a little bit. So, coming back to this is after I stopped by there on Thursday. So, Friday morning, I wake up early in the morning, get in my because I've been driving my wife's car, get into her car to go to work, and all of a sudden I get click, 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 click. I'm like, what is the deal with vehicles right now? And battery died. Ended up taking the day off of work to go and get that taken care of. My neighbor took me down to the store. And so, it's just been a long week because then I decided, because I'm trying to save on some time for some personal reasons and stuff, So I ended up going to work on Saturday, and then I already shifted my week this week so I could have Friday off. So work because we're gonna be staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge starting this Friday. So it's just it. I've been at work since Saturday, and it's just been one long week, and I can't even tell what day of the week it is anymore.
Sounds like a good time though. I mean, hey, look. So at least, like, dude honored his work. I mean, it could have been
Yes.
worse. He could have been like, I don't know, I don't know how this happened.
Yeah.
It was a freak phenomenon that like somehow jumped, and you're just gonna deal with it. So I mean, the good thing is, dude's like honoring his warranty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
He's honoring it. I mean, it's not a brand new engine, but I think my car had about 170,000 miles in it, and the engine he's putting in has about 85,000 miles in it. So
that's not terrible.
I'm
It's not
not
terrible.
terribly upset. So it works. It's just hopefully I get it back tomorrow, get everything back right in the world, and go from there. But man, it's been a rough week. But that's another reason why I did not have any video out this weekend because I was working all weekend. So it's all right. It happens.
My therapist said I should let other people talk. I'm trying to let
Yeah.
you talk.
Screw that.
Oh man, so there's not a whole lot going on in the Funko community. After San Diego Con drops, then we have a trickle here, a trickle here. Nothing like super major that we're going to talk about. They got some new pops that come out. I want to go over some of that, and then we'll just like see where today leads us. YouTube lately, man. YouTube lately. Let me vent about YouTube for a minute. If you haven't already hit that thumbs up, I don't know what you're waiting on. This is probably the universe at this moment telling you that you should have probably already hit that thumbs up. You know what I'm kind of sad about though? In the backstage of this software, it says subscribe or else, and it doesn't actually say it on the screen. I'm a little disappointed that it doesn't say it right under there that subscribe or else, because it definitely should say subscribe or else. But anyways, if you haven't already hit
That's
that
'cause I
thumbs
got
up,
those turned off
that if you haven't already hit that thumbs up, make sure you hit that thumbs up
right
real
there.
quick. Oh, there we go. Subscribe or else. I'm glad it's finally up there. I feel better about life at this moment because I took like 2 seconds of my time to put that on there. So I was really hoping I hope that it's spelled right. If it's not, blame it on somebody else other than me. So let me tell you something that's been going on here lately with YouTube. YouTube changed the way that you get music on YouTube. They have now that music beta thing. It's
Hmm.
they creator music beta or some nonsense. They did it like 2 or 3 months ago. I don't know how much you use like their music. I use it. Oh, well, I used to use it all the time. Used to use it all the time. You just go on there, you grab the free stuff, you download it, put it in your video, however you want to do it, chop it up. I actually used to like go and find the songs that I felt like would best match the emotion that I was trying to get, or would best match what I was doing. I mean,
Okay.
I took it to that level, and that worked out for a really long time. Now, at the very beginning of YouTube, I had some problems with that, and I would get these copyright strikes, but I would ignore them because I wasn't monetized and it didn't really matter, and who cared. They went to this new music beta. If you haven't seen it and you get a minute, go check that out. And if you're monetized, go check that out when you get a minute. Whatever they did when they did this must have opened up the door again for people to jump in and put copyright strikes in your stuff, because everything that I've uploaded in the past month has gotten copyright strikes off of it. And I downloaded this music directly from YouTube, directly from their free forever, because they have ask all of this stupid stuff now. Free forever, free on YouTube, no conditions whatsoever. I make sure there's no conditions because I don't want to get caught up in that. And we are back to the copyright strikes. People do this, by the way. This is a legitimate way that people make business. People find songs and they copyright them, or they supposedly copyright some of the tunes on it. You can't honestly do that though. And then they go to YouTube and they copyright strike everything, and YouTube pays them. So they get these AIs that mass copyright strike everything to draw revenue to their slimy, sleazy little hands themselves. And they've been hitting me lately. So I'm forewarning you now. There will be no more music on anything that I make because I think it's absolutely garbage. That I go to YouTube, I download the music from YouTube's free forever spot that they made me click to make sure that it was free forever with zero stipulations. I don't have to put the artist in my description, zero whatsoever. And I've now received 4 copyright strikes.
Yeah, I did notice that back in, and I just kind of stopped worrying about it because I did get, because I pretty much use, there was one time I tried doing a website that said it was supposed to be free music, and I downloaded some stuff and then found out I got a whole bunch of strange copyright strikes. And then, for people that don't use you or don't make content on YouTube, there is an area within the your to see the information where you can do creator music. And they used to just be straight, everything on there was free. And then they started changing it probably, I don't know, maybe 5-6 months ago, where you could, if there's a particular song that the artist did want to charge, basically it's there to say, hey, I want to use this song, and they're saying it's going to cost me $20 to be able to use this song, and you can pay the one-time $20 thing and go there. But there's a lot of free music. But with that, what they've been doing is they've been doing something where you upload the video, and it says you have to, it starts looking for the license to be added to the video, stuff like that. Like even our live show, when I made that opening, it was, that song was one song I pulled off of YouTube Music. And, in the very beginning, when this whole thing first started, when the video would go, for you guys to rewatch it, it would come and say, oh, copyright strike. And then it would say, oh, no, never mind. License been added. Not a big deal. So now if you go through your restrictions, it'll say license added, license added, license added. It's just kind of annoying. It's kind of stupid. It's kind of a little bit better, but I've come to, I had a live stream right here at Disney I was talking to one time, because I don't really understand the whole live streaming thing and why people do that. But he was live streaming a concert.
Yeah.
And I was asking him, I was like, dude, don't you worry about copyright strikes? And he goes, no. He goes, he's like, I get them. I get them, and it doesn't bother me. I don't really make money from, I don't monetize. My live streams essentially aren't monetized because of the copyright on them. So that means that the money that I make basically goes to the copyright people. It's not a true strike or anything. It's just, hey, we're rerouting your monetization money. Where they make all their money is in super chats. They get constant super chats throughout their entire live stream. So they'll come out to Disney and live stream for 4, 5, 6 hours, and people would just give them live super chats throughout the entire thing. None of their videos making any money, but they make all their money off of that. So he's like, no, I don't care about copyrights. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I guess it's a decent point, and I could just sit back and go, all right, well, whatever.
You have to admit, though, if YouTube allows you to get it for free, and they say that it's free forever, and they allow you to use it with zero stipulations, and then they allow somebody to copyright strike it, that's about a sleazy thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, that is about one sleazy thing to do. Let's hit up that chat, though.
Well, they call it a copyright strike, but it's not truly a copyright strike. It's like hey, we're letting you know that this is a copyrighted song.
And all the money's going to go to this person.
We're not telling you. Yeah. And you can, at some point, sometimes it's just a clip, and you can go in there and just remove. That's why if you ever watch some people's videos, sometimes you also get a space where there's just no sound. And that's because through the YouTube app, they went ahead and just eliminated that out of it altogether. I've had ones that I've literally deleted off of YouTube, gone back into my editor and took the song out and then re-uploaded, and that wasn't a problem.
The problem is that I'm using this music as undertones.
Yeah.
So it's playing very softly in the background, and me and you don't really like tune in on it, like focus in on it. But the little AI software that they use is like, oh, look, there's music playing back there. What is that? It must be 6ix9ine. It's not. it's not. It was the free stuff that you told me that it's sleazy. I hate
and even when I go to the parks, that's why it's so difficult sometimes to vlog in the parks, because Disney's constantly playing music everywhere. And when you want to talk or do something on the side, it's hard to, you had to find quiet areas.
Let's hit up that chat real quick. Let's hit up that chat real quick.
Early on in here, we had Mrs. Christina Payne. I appreciate you stopping on by.
Appreciate you.
Don't forget to spread the love, as she always likes to say. We got Zach Bonifer in the house. What's going on, man?
Zach changed his name today on YouTube. Messed me up.
Zach
messed me up today. He changed his name on YouTube. Hold on, I'll tell you what his name is. His name is, oh no, I can't. Hold on. Let's see if I can pop it up this way. His name is now something completely different. Let's see. It's
he seems to change up his icon a lot.
Too. Zach, throw your name down there and tell us what it is now. That way I don't have to find it. All right, who else?
We'll keep going. We got the crazy Scottish pop collector. What's going on, man? We've got our good friend from the north. We got Simon Crook. What's going on? Of course, we've got our great friend Chase's Kingdom. Stopped by the Morning Brew the other day. While I was at work, I got paid to watch Chase. Hey, that's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's not.
We've got my good friend Dominican Lou. What's going on, buddy? Appreciate you stopping on by. We've got the Luau, Andrew from the Luau.
Andrew what's going on? Man? Andrew has like 19 boxes of fun coming to his house. I received a tip that all of them got sold to Andrew. So if you got any like hate mail that you want to do, drop it to Andrew.
Probably. We got Mr. Bird. What's going on? And let's see if we got anyone else. I think I'm caught up right now. I know there's more people watching, but not everyone said a comment. So if you say a comment, we'll go ahead and put you up on the screen.
He said it's the same as the picture, but he's assuming that I can see the picture. it's nerds. What nerds one? Nerds something. But anyways, Zach,
nerds unite. Well, that's not bad.
Check this out. This is like one of those moments in life. I see Andrew's laughing. I hear a comment. I heard some rumors that he had like 19 of them for sure. 19 of them was the official count that I heard. YouTube had sent him 18 of them for free. He only had to buy one. That's the rumor that I'm getting now.
He got the Tristan discount.
That's it, Nerds Unite. That's the rumor that I'm getting. He only had to pay for one of them, and they sent him 19. So check this out. I'm kind of glad to see that Simon's in the house today, because these will be in Simon's back door. Simon, let's talk about a trade, Simon.
Jeffrey the Giraffe.
Have you seen this movie at all? The 25. I knew it was up there. Have you seen the advertisements for this? It's not a movie, it's an animation.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of advertisements for it, but yeah, I haven't seen it.
So I don't think it comes out for another couple of days, or maybe it's tomorrow that's good. It's officially going to come out. I'm going to say in advance that it flops. And I know that that's going to be a very unpopular opinion, but it's an animation. Animations, it looks like it's a clay animation on top of being an animation. So it doesn't look like it was done very well. They wanted it drawn and written as if you were a teenager. Look, I'm going to like stand on a limb and say that this thing's going to flop bigger than shit. That it's going to be a horrible flop. It also tells me like the amount of marketing they've done also tells me that it's going to be a flop. I can't believe that you haven't seen more of this though. You know that there was a lot of this like in the San Diego with the whole lot of new stuff came out in the San Diego. Have you seen any of the boxes of fun running around out there?
No. Well, I've seen some people buying them unboxed for like a couple $100, which I think is absolutely ridiculous.
What do you mean?
I seen a guy on I don't know. I think I'm part of some Funko group on Facebook or something, and some dudes all was excited because he paid like $360 for an unopened, like it's still an original like packaging box of fun. You know, never opened, stuff like that. I was like, you're dumb. First of all, for even buying that.
Is that a real thing? Are people selling the boxes unopened?
I guess
$300 and $400. Man, I'm messing up. What did I do? I should have never opened this thing. Sell it for $300 and what? People are selling the unopened box of fun for $3 and $4.
Yeah.
Man, was it from the San Diego con?
No, I think it was just the ones that got shipped out.
It was the at-home version?
Mm-hmm.
The one with the faulty stickers and the fake counts?
I think so. I didn't see the detail. I just saw that you took a picture of just the cardboard outside still sealed, and he was all excited because he paid $360. I'm like, you're dumb.
What do you mean, like, still sealed? Like
it just got shipped.
so it was still in the Funko, like, box?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I would have taped mine back shut too.
I do want to go back to a comment that
Yeah,
Zach
hit it up
said.
real quick.
What I did say when we were talking about with the live streamers, yes, YouTube
Yes,
does take a
100%.
percentage of super chats, but you got to think with these types of guys, they have a good follow base, and for some reason, people love watching him walk around parks. But he'll pull in $500, $600, $700 in super chats in one day. You take the percentage, you're still making close to $500, and he goes and does that 3 to 4 to 5 times a week. It adds up, and especially since YouTube pays out once a month, it makes a good chunk of change.
So talking about like talking about super chats. Have you seen the newest thing people are doing on TikTok? Not to get too far off of like Funko subject, but you know, we're doing Funko and pop culture and all of that. And I kind of feel like TikTok might fall under the pop culture somehow, or maybe some kind of stupid form of social media that I'm unaware of, like the intelligence level of it. Have you seen all of the people that are acting like NPCs in lives that are steady collecting paychecks from doing NPCs?
No.
You know what an NPC is, right? A non-player character. They're normally in Grand Theft Auto. You see them all the time.
Okay.
You see them in all kinds of video games. They normally repeat the same sentence over and over and over, or walk into walls, or they have this goofy-like thing where they never stop moving. I know if you spend any amount of time on TikTok, you see these stupid people doing NPC stuff where they just repeat, like you give them a GIF and they're like, GG, GG. I like ice cream. Yum, yum. It's so dumb. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. When you get a minute, go.
I cannot keep up with trends of what people do.
When you get a minute, look, I encourage everybody to go look this up when you get a minute. It's the dumbest thing. You're gonna lose brain cells watching people do this. The first time I seen it, I thought that it was a joke. At first, I thought it was an AI. I thought that this person had some kind of an AI software that had generated the AI on the screen. Wouldn't be that super hard to imagine, right? And I thought, well, there's an AI here, and it's just simply reading the messages and the GIFs, right? That's what's going on. Well, then a week or two goes by, and now this person was super famous for this, and everyone starts copying this person. And I'm like, oh, that wasn't an AI. That was that was somebody. You got to go see this.
I'm so confused by this. I am not good at keeping up with whatever trends are going on.
You have to go see this. I swear to you, it is going to make you lose brain cells, and it might even entertain you a little bit, but you're going to lose some brain cells, and everybody is jumping on board. I've never seen anything quite like it in my life, but let's get on this one. Simon, if you're still here, man, I need you to hook me up with these Jeffries, even though I believe that it's going to be a complete and utter fail. I need you to hook me up with some of these Jeffries. These things are pretty cool. I'm looking forward to them. I think that I was just after the Turtles. You might have been in the Turtles because I think maybe you're a little bit younger than me, but I don't know how much younger than me you really are. So you might be like in this. I think you'd have to be like probably about 10 years younger than me in order for this to be a big thing for you. Maybe not quite 10, but somewhere in there. Turtles weren't that big for me. Scooby-Doo, super big. Turtles were kind of like later in life. By that time, I was driving and working on cars. I wasn't worried about no turtles, but they're okay. I think this is going to be a flop, though. Watch what I tell you. A big, super, super big flop. Super big flop. I mean, just watch what I tell you. This one's going to be a flop. Now, I was kind of scrolling Disc Tracker, and I didn't really see anything else on there other than this guy that I know that you haven't like hooked me up with. So I'm extremely disappointed that you haven't been over to.
I haven't even seen this one yet.
What's wrong with you?
And it's at World of Disney. Interesting.
What is wrong with you?
I haven't seen it yet. Well, what's funny was I was just at World of Disney Last Thursday, I was at World of Disney. I walked around to where they normally keep Funko Pops, and they had absolutely nothing. Because they only get them as they come in with certain things. But yeah, I haven't seen this one at all. They might have it over at the Penn Station, which is another place they keep pops. But this says it's at World of Disney, which think is kind of weird. But
It's
yeah, I
not.
might have to go back and take a look. I mean, I'll be on property this weekend.
It's not a skit quick draw set. It's not a skit.
I brought up someone that said, "So what are these
NPCs, a non-player character. Non-player
videos?"
character.
And
Me and my daughter find NPCs everywhere we go. We're in Walmart. We're like, oh, look at the NPC.
I don't get it.
You're just gonna have to watch it later. You're not gonna get it. I think that's the point. I think as an intelligently thinking individual, you're
These
not
people are making thousands off this shit.
thousands. That's why everybody is doing
It
it.
says this one person, Pinky Doll, makes between $2,000 and $3,000 per stream, and up to $7,000 a day for videos. She recently told New York Times streamers Kai Sente recently revealed that he made nearly $6,000 by going live on TikTok in a video he posted to video game streaming platform Twitch. This is how much?
Stupid.
I don't get this NPC thing. I just don't.
You're not gonna get it. You're simply look. You're trying too hard. You're trying too hard to figure it out. You're simply not going to get it. So I cannot believe that you haven't hooked me up with this one. I'm a little upset that you haven't hooked me up with that.
Yeah, I'll have to go find it.
But I seen something and I thought, man, I have to talk about this because this is one of the few things in this world that when it comes to DC, they are about to make a Deathstroke pop. Now this is going to be a Funko Shop exclusive.
Haven't they made Deathstroke pops before? Because this is part of the. You can see that on the naming, it's part of the Warner Brothers 100th anniversary. I could have sworn they've done Deathstroke before. I mean, he's got a good, cool mask, but he is still DC, so it means disgusting character. Still not going to change my opinion of DC.
So Deathstroke is the only mask that I have sat down and made. So I sat down and made the Deathstroke mask only because it's super cool. I did put the second eye in it though, because you know that like it doesn't have the second eye, and to me that's just really weird. And I got to be able to see out of more than just one of my eyes.
Yeah, Quick Draw says he thinks there's 2 other Deathstroke pops.
I think there is a couple of Deathstroke pops out there, but I thought this was really cool that they're about to come out with this one. This one does say that it's a Funko Shop exclusive. Funko actually put out, I'm trying to remember where Funko put this out, so I don't know if it's on their Instagram or where it's at, but Funko put out all of the, I can't remember where they did this. So they put out all of the Muppets that are going to be dropping here soon, and they kind of put where they're going to be exclusive to. Like,
well, I did see something on there the other day too that I was like, yeah, you know, someone, I don't know if it was you, I don't know if it was Chase, I don't know who it was, but somebody at some point had made a comment that the movie posters are dying. And I was like, no, I don't think so. I mean, I think the Disney ones are pretty good. I think they made too many. So that's why you're finding them cheaper on Amazon and shit right now. But they just released or are releasing 2 new ones, not Disney, but I don't think they're dead. I think they're going to keep going. And I'm
what are we saying is dead?
The movie posters.
What movie posters?
There was they just announced. I'm going back. I think it was on their Funko's Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, the Instagram. Those are still great. I still love those.
So check this out, and I can't find the post again, but whenever Funko releases posts like this and they put stickers on them, it makes me like zoom in on the sticker a little bit. Funko is going to have a Funko Shop exclusive in the Marley Brothers that is a glow variant. So they're going to have the glow variant Marley Brothers as a Funko Shop exclusive. this pop is going to be a limited 5,000 piece run. So if you can find the post, and I can't remember where the post is, and if you know where the post is, how about like throw a comment over there and let us know where this post is. But Funko announced that where they're going to be, and I can't remember if it was on Twitter, and I don't feel like blowing through my computer real quick to try and find it. But if you know, throw a comment over there. They're going to have this one as a Funko Shop exclusive. It's going to be the glow variant. It's going to be a 5,000 piece run because I had to zoom in on the sticker a little bit to get a better look at it to see exactly like what it was going to be. It is a 5,000 piece limited run. So if you get an email that they have these dropping and you want them, you might want to respond to the email that day, because at a 5,000 piece run with the glow variant, with it being the Scrooge pops, I think 5,000 pieces will sell out. Now look, I have been wrong before, and we're kind of going to talk about that here in a minute when it comes to some of the leftover San Diego stuff that's kind of sitting out there. I mean, so I've been wrong before on like what's going to sell out versus what's not going to sell out. But this one, if you can get it in the Funko Shop exclusive, if I could find the post later, maybe I'll post it on Instagram. It has the 5,000 piece limited edition sticker. Let's fingers crossed that that's where it's going to be. I mean, fingers crossed that that's where it's going to stay. My wife still says that we're getting all of these, though. Still getting all of these.
No, yeah, I think maybe it's Chase because he's even saying it again. The movie boxes, the movie posters are huge and pricey. Let me put that comment up here. I don't think they'll last. I really don't think that's the case, to be honest. I mean, and the people that have them, I mean, one I have back here, yes, it's huge, but every part about it, once you get it, I'm okay with paying $60 for this item. I'm actually well okay, because once you get it, you realize the size of it, and you realize even the pop itself is bigger and how real cool it is overall. I mean, I think people are all over it, but they just released two more, which was a Harry Potter one, based off of the very first movie, and it's got 3 pops in it. And then they also released the Dark Knight pop. I mean, this is Batman, so I mean, but I would say the Dark Knight Christopher Nolan series is one of the better ones, and it has Batman and the Joker in it. And like I said, those things, they're sweet. I'm the only thing you got to keep an eye, because they do go on sale. Like right now, I'm on Amazon right now, and you can get like the Pinocchio one for like $38. So you don't have to pay the full price. They do go on sale quite often in many different areas. But these things, I mean, once you get one, I mean, they're awesome. I absolutely love them. I want more.
All right, so man, I'm gonna have to agree with Chase. They're not gonna last. They're too big. They take up too much space. They're too expensive. The reason they're not gonna last though is because they're making their custom figures inside of them. If they weren't putting that custom figure inside of it, so let's just say that they took a random Snow White that they had already had and they kind of threw her in there, then I would say that 100% they're going to last, because they already have this Snow White. It's not like they're making her extra or special for this box. That's not the case.
Not a normal size.
That's right. Those are not normal size pops. Those are slightly bigger than a normal size pop. So they're specially molding that Snow White for that package, which is underselling. I have to agree with Chase, and I have to agree with him here. They're underselling, they're underperforming, and I bet they're not making their money back, which is going to lead me into this subject, because I would love to hear what everybody has to say, and then we're going to kind of get off of this. We won't spend a whole lot of time on this, but I know that this is going to be a lot of the negativity that's going around in the community coming up here shortly, or maybe it's already started. I don't know. I've blocked all that negativity out of my life and decided that I could do better by not like listening to that negative nonsense that's flowing around all the time. Funko recently laid off right after San Diego Com, and when I say recently, I mean San Diego Com just passed. They laid off about 12 to 13% of their workforce. They cut them out. They said that it's going to save them somewhere around $23 million coming up here into the next quarter. What are your thoughts?
Not surprised, to be honest with you. I mean, with the way, again, when you have a publicly traded company like Funko is, it's kind of the and since it hasn't been going down or anything like that, it's a stock price challenge. Basically, in the end, if you want to raise that stock price, you have to make your income higher than your expenditure, and the only way to do that quickly is to drop a large amount of your expenditures, and that is with the people within it, unfortunately. That's actually what was going to happen at Disney, and what forced them to bring Bob Iger back so quickly. In the fact, now, yes, did Bob Iger go ahead and do some layoffs later on? Yes, he did, but it was much less than what Chapek was planning to do. Chapek was planning to lay off about 30,000 people, and he was going to go after the hourly people, not salaried. Iger went after salaried people that are making high end money, that the jobs were just were made and didn't need and stuff like that. So there was a lot of respect there, but yeah, that's the dangers of being a publicly traded company. I think I truly think that this is straight a try to improve the stock price.
So Funko kind of blames it on COVID. I say kind of. They kind of blamed it on pandemic. They kind of said that they were performing really well into the pandemic, and then they expected that growth to carry on after the pandemic. It did not carry on after the pandemic, and that is what they were blaming, like them having to start laying people off, is because the company didn't stay growing at the pace that they thought it was going to stay growing. I think that's a really like horrible like comment to make, that the pandemic caused your company to lay off people off, because now coming out of the pandemic is what caused it, because in the pandemic you were doing so good that coming out of the pandemic you made poor business decisions, and you put yourself in this position. I mean, I think that's a cop out way of saying that we just didn't know what we were doing and we were sorry at it. I don't know. I inevitably wasn't there. I don't have any. I have stock in the company, but not enough to have any say in anything. Just like many of you probably had stock in the company, but not enough to like have any voice in it. I think that it was just very poor business decisions. We kind of seen it play out all last year. I mean, we seen one bad drop after another bad drop after another bad drop, and we kind of see the same thing continuing, even though we all knew this year was going to be a rough year for them. We knew that they probably had a lot of things already made. We knew that there was probably a lot of things already in the works. I mean, we all already knew that coming into this year, that this was going to be a rough year. And I think that it's catching up with them. I mean, inevitably it's catching up. Their cash flow is catching up. Their money is not where they need it to be, and they had to do something that's desperate. When you're desperate, you do desperate things. I still say that in the next 5 years, we'll see Funko sell to a larger company. I still say
I
that,
wouldn't doubt that. I agree with you.
and I know that that's a very unpopular opinion, and people don't want to believe that Funko could sell out to Hasbro. But I, just because it's publicly traded now, I honestly see that happening on a real level in the next 5 years. I mean, the next 5 years we'll see Funko, and that doesn't mean Funko is going away. That doesn't mean Hasbro won't cash in on that name. That just simply means that they'll be under better management. I mean,
Yeah, I don't see, even if Hasbro bought, I don't see that. Um, I don't see the quality going down. To be honest with you, I think Hasbro knows that there are enough collectors out there that's going to keep it. I agree with you. I think that it'll be better run? Yeah, I do. But and I agree with you. I think that they could very well sell it, because I think there's enough people on their board that are basically in panic mode right now. In fact, I think I could see that happening before 5 years. To be honest with you,
I say 5 years being nice. Honestly, I don't think it'd go that far, but I say 5 years being nice. That's saying that Funko has unseen capital and unseen ways of getting loans that we don't know about. Because once again, look, it's so easy. It's so easy to speculate. It's so easy to say that my inside sources at Funko sent me an email and this is what they told me. And it's so easy to go down that road, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that are done behind closed doors and board meetings that none of us will ever know, and will ever
Agree.
be privileged to. So we don't truly know. I think the board members will eventually they'll get tired of losing money and they will want to sell the company at a profit. It won't be at the highest point of the company, but it won't be at the lowest point either. So it'll be somewhere in there because it's publicly traded. I see it happening soon. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think that it'll be a bad
you got to
thing.
think. I've got the stock up right now at even.
It's like $8 a day.
This is where I'm going to argue with them a little bit, because you're going to say that at its peak within the past year, back on September 5th, 2022, the stock was at $23.58.
Yes.
And then now let's fast forward to August 1st. It closed today at $8.14. So they had right about let's look at this. Here's your giant decline. On October 24th, it closed at $20.64. And then on October 31st, it dropped down to $7.92. I can't remember what happened during that Halloween time to cause that, but it was a major drop. And, especially with whatever's going on with Mariotti, stuff like that, I could see them just wanting to try to, change management, change hands, something like that. The downfalls of being a publicly traded company, because you have to answer to, your stockholders, to be honest with you. That's the agreement essentially for you becoming a publicly traded company and taking money for people to invest in your company. It is what it is, and that's just the case. But the thing to say, well, we're going to blame COVID. I think that's such a cop out.
Listen to the way they blamed COVID.
Such a cop out.
They blamed COVID in the craziest of ways. They said we had so much growth during the pandemic that we projected for that going forward.
And the thing is to say that we were also doing well before the pandemic. I mean, I think that's still.
I think they were doing decent, right?
No, I think they were moving on in decent. A good direction. I think that there was. Nobody knows if the pandemic never happened. Nobody can predict where everything would have gone. The reason the pandemic really helped them so much was because, people were at home. They had nothing else to do. We saw it ourselves because we started YouTube before it picked up, and or before COVID. So we saw there was a huge boom in YouTubers. And since, of course, you've seen a lot of those people drop out. But, people at home, they had nothing else to do. And, whether people were trying to find new jobs after losing their job or something, people were trying to find side gigs. Let's go and ask Upper Deck. Upper Deck, did you have a good, successful COVID time? Oh, yes, you did. Why? Because people were taking their government free money that they got, which we got 2-3 times. I don't know, whatever it was.
$1,200.
They were taking that government money and they were turning it over into, playing cards, sports cards, Pokemon cards, Funko Pops. I mean, I don't know how much during COVID time. I don't even think we complain about it nearly as much now as we did then, of dealing with bots during Funko drops. Funko drops were selling out every single drop back then. Why? Because you had people getting bots and doing it. People aren't doing it as much now because one, not as many, there's not as much of a solid focus on it. And people, these resellers, these people that are strictly buying it to flip, not to change their collection. Of course, we know the difference between a true flipper and a retail flipper, but those people were just going into basically try to profit off of us collectors, and the rest of us are like, nah, we ain't doing it anymore. So there's not as many people that are using bots or anything like that anymore. Why use a bot for shit that doesn't sell out on Funko's own website? So it makes no sense.
So, and I also believe that was kind of the thing that got Funko, is that Funko was like, man, everything we make sells out because the bots were buying every drop that dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were like, man, let's just start mass producing these things at hundreds of thousands at a time.
Yeah.
Then they're like, hold on, They're not selling out anymore. Well, that's because not all of us wanted the Wakanda Forever line. Not all of us wanted the lines that they just kept shoving down our throat over and over and over. And I got really confused on what Funko was doing. Chase made a really important part before I get off this subject. He says that you know they kept creating new products that nobody wanted, like the Funko Gold, good example. They kept making these new products and then just weren't fixing the old ones. And
Yeah.
they even abandoned a few that I kind of wasn't fully like understanding why they abandoned, like the Dorbs. I
Yeah.
kind of like the Dorbs. So I'm super confused on why we decided that we were just done with the Dorb line. We were going to be done with that line, and then we were going to come in with other lines, or the rock candy. That's another really good one I think they had going for a while there. They just decided they were done with that line. And they did some weird things where they just chopped lines off and then
Or
started new ones that didn't work either.
or let I mean, we can't ignore the for 2 years we had to deal with hydro dip / art series pops that nobody was buying, and on top of it, even if you were maybe partially considered okay, maybe that could be interesting, and you go to a retail store like Target or Walmart and you're like, oh well, maybe I could buy it if I find it there. But no, it's twice the cost because you slap the damn things into a hard stack and force people to overpay for these art series crap. If we're going to fire anybody from Funko, it's a group that thought art series was even popular.
And then they kept just ramming it down our throats over
Yes.
and over and over and over again. All right. I'm going to get off of that though, but I
Now
wanted
I
to
say
touch on
fire the idiots that are doing black lights. Get
Yeah,
rid of them.
I wanted to touch on it a little bit and give y'all my 2 cents about it. At the end of the day, Funko's not going anywhere. Funko has large assets that they could sell to companies. Like all of the license agreements that they have are worth gold. Believe that or not, it takes a lot of legwork to get all of those. So that they have the largest amount of license agreements of any company out there. So they're not going anywhere. They're going to be here for a really long time. He says, but I think they still, hey, I hope they make Deadpool pops forever. I believe that I still have the largest collection of Deadpool pops. I would probably argue that with anybody that would like to have an argument about who has the largest collection of Deadpool pops, because it's probably me. So check this out. I want to do something, and I haven't done this in a really long time, but I need the chat to get involved with this one. I'm going to pull up the pops on the Funko site that are coming soon. I was going to go over the San Diego stuff that didn't sell, and I thought, man, that's just diving into like that negative side, and I don't want to dive into that too much. We know that there's a lot of them that didn't sell, right? I mean, we all know
Yeah.
that. There was a lot of them that didn't sell out. All of the ones that I called were going to sell out sold out, with the exception of Darth Vader. The 3-liter Darth Vader didn't sell out. Everything else I called that was going to sell out did sell out. So I feel good knowing that the ones I called were going to sell out did sell out. The one that I called was going to be the top selling is the top selling. If you missed that video, you shouldn't have. I like to fact check myself on those things. I know that sounds crazy, but I seriously like to go back and look. Simon's in the house now. He
Hey,
missed up.
is it just me or did Quick Draw just straight up call out Chase?
Blacklight goof. Simon finally got back into the house. Yes, I have that one as well. I have the Deadpool as squirrel. Mark, for sure I got that one. Simon, you missed me talking about the Jeffrey turtles that are coming, that you need to like hook me up with, or at least you need to tell me what I owe you when you get them. Whichever one comes first. I want to do something that I haven't done in a while though. So I'm going to pull up the Funko page of the coming soon. They have some cool stuff that's going to be coming soon. And I think one of these is going to become a mini series for me. So I think that I'm going to take the bitty pops that are coming in the mystery. I'm going to turn this into a mini series. One of the quicks the yes, I love those. Love those. Let's go. So
I've
I'm
got
going to
both
take
colors.
I'm going to take the bitty pops that are coming in those mystery packs when they become more readily available, and I'm going to start doing little mini series with those guys. I know that I said that it wasn't something that I was going to get behind, but my daughter likes them, so I will collect them for her so that she could have them. He said, "Already, I knew you did. I appreciate you, brother. I'm gonna pull these up, and I need you to do me a favor, though. This is where I need everybody to participate. I need you to tell me hot or not when we pull these up and you're looking at them. Just put a thumbs up, thumbs down, yes, no, whatever it is. Just super quick. You don't have to get like in a conversation over there. I know some of us don't like to be in conversations. That's super cool. I understand you and I respect that. But I need to know for my own research what is going to be hot and what is going to not be hot.
Oh, are
What
they
do we
selling those on their website right now?
Not yet. So they're coming soon. This is all the coming soon, right? So this is going to be the DC biddies. We know that all of these guys are mysteries, and this is where this becomes slightly annoying for me. The $3 price tag though means I could do this every day and not be upset that I did this every day.
Yeah, I'm not. That's what I think. I love the idea of the Bitty Pops. My daughter bought. We got her one pack. I love the idea. I love the idea, but I think the price point for those pops were too high. I like having individual ones because it goes back to that, trying to find that mystery item, doing it one at a time, not a pack.
Right. So, and this is what I think I'm going to do. I think in my mini series, as I start to get duplicates, I will somehow give those away to everybody on our lives. And I don't really know how I will do that, but I will figure out a way that if you're a member of mine or Chris's channel, you're automatically entered to win the duplicates that I pull, because you know as well as I do when you start doing nonsense like this that you start like getting into the ability to pull lots of duplicates.
Yeah.
I mean, so and because I'm not going to try and like sell them or trade them or anything like that, I will simply figure out a good way to give them back to you guys that support us as much as you do. Just to show y'all how much we appreciate y'all. I will figure out how to give those back. What do we think? Hot or no? I see thumbs up, thumbs down. So Chase so far is the only one. Simon's like, eh. I have the full set of the DC line, but still, yes. I mean, so we're still divided. I need somebody to undivide me on these. I'm a DC fan, but I don't know how much of a fan I am.
Bitty Pops, yes. DC, no.
No, you don't think so? Because I'm a huge Batman, and I'm a huge Batman, huge Joker fan. The rest of DC is kind of like I'm kind of with Simon. I'm like, meh. I mean, if it's not Joker or Batman, I'm not like super excited about it. So I
I
think
would like to see them do it with the 2 series of Bitty Pops that got coming out soon, which is, for me, Marvel Infinity Saga series, as well as the Nightmare Before Christmas series.
all right. So let me
I'd like to see those.
let me get real with you. I found those Disney adorables. I can't believe you're not opening those.
We had a. You sent me something, a picture of these doorables. They're basically just little Disney figurines, and my kids have gotten them many times. And maybe it's just my own stupidity of fighting this, but and I was planning on doing things like this when the Disney Larconia comes out, where I want to start getting packs because I know that they're going to be releasing a Disney World, before the retail stuff like that, and but you made a good point. You sent me these, and you're like, why aren't you doing these?
I can't believe
And
you're not. My daughters watch the videos of people opening them all the time, and I was like, "What?"
I think I have a weird, and maybe it even goes back to how I started my channel, because I started my channel. I never wanted to do mystery box. I always thought it was weird, and there's people out there though. Just like I don't understand why people watch live streamers, walk through a amusement park, but I know there's a lot of people out there that just enjoy watching others and open up stuff, just whatever. I don't know, but
I enjoy it. I enjoy it. That's why I enjoy doing it.
I 100% agree with you. I need to start buying, going to the store and buying a couple. And I could probably buy individual ones for 7 a week, and do a video.
They're like
every day.
$4 a piece.
Yeah.
I look, I don't know. I'm just confused when I seen them. I was like, these things aren't even that expensive. Why is Chris not opening? And they're super cute.
Yeah, I
Anyways,
agree with you.
so
You may start seeing some of that on my TikTok soon.
I see that we got a thumbs up. I see that we got a thumbs down. I need some more on this one. This is actually one of them that on Entertainment Earth sold out. So the pre-orders for these actually sold out on Entertainment Earth for the Star Wars line. I would have thought the Star Wars line would have been pretty hot. To be completely honest, I would have thought this one would out of all of them would be the hottest. Out of the two, though, I think that I'm probably going to end up into a DC saga when it comes to it, to be completely honest. But I whatever ones become readily available. Look,
Yeah.
Andrew's in the chat. He can tell you like the name of the game when it comes to doing mystery stuff. It's whatever is readily available to you. So if DC is more available than Star Wars, then I will do DC. If Star Wars is more available than DC, then I'm gonna do Star Wars. I mean, if Marvel becomes more available than both of them, it will be Marvel. I mean, it's gonna be whatever is the most readily available for me to get my hands on, because it's just the name of the game when it comes to playing mystery stuff, is what you can get your hands on versus what you can't. Everybody, there's mixed feelings on all of them.
I love them, to be honest with you, and I would do the Star Wars 100%. I think they need to bring out every series with individual packs like this, because yeah, I would be, for that amount. You got to think $3. If I bought 5 of those, that's, to be honest, you look at the box. You pay $15 for a box of 4, right?
Yeah.
If I buy 5 of those, I'm paying the same exact price as 4. So I'm getting 5 for the same price as 4.
You're not
I'm
getting
gonna
the hard
buy those
case
all day.
You're not getting that hard case though that you get in the 4-packs. That
I'm okay
4-pack.
with that.
I mean, it just depends on if you're okay with it or not. So the 4-pack,
or Funko, sell the cases separate.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure that that's coming next. You're going to be able to buy the cases separate because they're going to sell the bitty pop separate. That one is another one that's getting mixed reviews, which seems crazy to me that they're getting mixed reviews. This one did actually sell out on Entertainment Earth though, for 100%. This one sold out on Entertainment Earth, so I think that of the two, this is going to be the hottest one out of the two, but I still don't know that for sure. I mean, everybody here knows how that game goes. Now we're gonna get into a bunch of these VHS covers. I know that Chase is so into these VHS covers. There's also, listen to me before I even start this. Before I even start this, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to like start like this is going to become a San Diego Con box of fun all over again, because the first 3 are going to be from the con that you were only supposed to be able to get at the con. It's going to start that debacle all over again, how Funko has screwed their community. I'm going to bring them up. Just which one is it? Do we like them? Do we not like them? I'm on the fence. I don't like these VHS covers. I believe that everybody that I've been in the chat with all agree that the chat we have going on, everybody that's in our group chat all agree that these things are stupid.
Well, right now the VHS in our group chat that we have it's a running joke.
It is a huge running joke, and everyone believes that they're trash. So they have this guy that's going to be the front runner from the camp, and then apparently like the Chase variant of him, which seems crazy to me that the Chase variant's a completely different figure, is going to be a dog. I mean, I don't know how you make that leap, but if Freddy Funko was
Chase is supposed to be a variant of the exact one you have.
Now I get it.
Completely changing the character, which makes no sense.
I get what you're saying, but you see what they did.
He hit the damn back button again. I swear to God, he does this every single week now. He keeps hitting the back button over and over again.
I hit the back button again.
Yeah, that's what I just said. As soon as you did, I told the guys, yeah, hit the back button again.
I hit the back button again. I'm getting pretty good at hitting the back button. It's becoming a regular thing.
It's a weekly thing.
It's becoming a weekly thing. All right, so here we go. So
is absolutely stupid.
So they're stupid VHS covers. There's only one of these VHSs out of this line that I see that I think is going to be hot. Let me look at the stream and see how this.
Now, am I going to sit here and say that I think? You're sitting. Let's just put ourselves in a Funko creative meeting here. Somebody comes up, they're thinking Blockbuster. Blockbuster's great for pop culture. There are a lot of older collectors. Older collectors, of course. I put myself in the older collectors group, but I don't feel like I'm that old. Older collectors, they remember Blockbuster. This could be a great idea. This could be. I could see this unanimously being. Let's do it. Great idea. Great concept. Piss poor execution.
Yeah, I think that if they were the same size as a VHS, right?
Yeah.
So the VHSs were fairly large. If they were the same size as the VHS, if the figures didn't look a lot like the Funko Gold with the same face on them, there's lots of things that I want to love about this line, and until I actually had one in my hand. And then I was like, "Oh my god, what is this trash?" I was like, no wonder it's only 12 or 13, whatever dollars it is they're
Y'all get
selling
ready
them
to
for.
find these at Five Below in
Yeah,
6 months.
you're for sure gonna be able to pick these up at Five Below. I for sure these are gonna be at Five Below. But check out the Chase variant of this one. I need everybody to help me out with this a little bit. So this is gonna be Freddy Funko in Fun in Space. I didn't know you could have fun in space. I guess you like go there and like run out of oxygen and maybe like die. Maybe they should do like a zombie in space thing because it kind of feels like they did. Here's my zombie in space. So this is the regular one. I'm assuming this is the regular one because this is on the front of the case. And then this is the Chase variant. I mean, he completely like changed like
It's
what
the
happened?
alien to
I mean,
the.
he went from a human to an alien. And what happened? I mean, what I think we got like
I'm ready to see the thing coming out of his
I
chest.
think we tried to get overly creative when it like
Maybe since they finally realized that the art series wasn't working, we're like, we'll just move those people over to the VHS line because they make shit, and people are suckers enough to do it. So we'll just have them create this stupid ass items. Yeah, fire them all.
so so he, he says Andrew says I didn't think they could do worse than gold, but they succeeded. It was like challenge taken. They were like somebody was like, I bet we can't make one worse than the Funko Gold. And they were like, hold my beer, bro.
That was the art series division at Funko going, hold my beer, I can do worse.
They did do it for sodas though, Simon. Yeah, 100%. They made the sodas the same size as a regular soda. I don't know exactly what happened when it comes to the VHSs, but those are also con exclusives. And I guess this is going to be a big line of the ones that were con exclusives that will be coming soon. Um, I thought these were supposed to be only at the con. I guess I could have been wrong. Maybe they like held them back to bring them to the general public, but I really thought
I
that
agree.
these were
I agree with you, Simon.
what Simon say?
They remind him of dwarves. Yes, 100%.
They do. So look, this Chase variant to me makes sense, right? So this Chase variant, this is the comic hero Freddy. You see him with his shirt open like Superman, but instead of an S on his chest, he has an F. And then you pop down to the Chase, and he's fully dressed in his F for I'm not gonna say what I was wanting to say to that, but it started with an F and ended with a boy. Got his costume on for the whole F. I don't know, man. That one to me seems kind of weird. Now, I need somebody to help me out. I know that there's a lot more smarter people in this chat than me. I need somebody to help me out. Weren't these con exclusives only? I mean, isn't that what
Yeah,
we
that's because nobody at the con bought them because they were so freaking ugly.
right, but didn't they have like wasn't this one on the list as con exclusive only? I mean, am I wrong? Because I
No.
don't think I'm wrong. Right? Am I wrong in this? I don't believe I'm wrong in this statement. I believe that this one right here, 100% was on it because
Lou,
I looked
the
at it.
Lou may know more on that one,
I
but
that's
I'm
why I
not
said there's a
sure.
lot more people smarter in the chat than me. I know that this one was on it because I looked at it. I love all of the different color Batmans. This is actually from a detective series of the Batmans. I used
Yeah.
to know the number. It's 260 something or 265 or 65 detective series of the Batmans where he was in all the different color Batman suits because there's people out there that'll tell you that Batman didn't have. Yes, he had all of the colors of the rainbow, and it's in that one comic book, and I'm gonna have to go back and look at it, but it's in that comic book. I want to say it's 265 detective something detective. You know what line I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what line you're talking about.
I've always wanted that comic book because of the cover of it. This one is from that comic book. It has to be. This is a red Batman, and they have all of the different color Batmans leading up into the what you see in this one. I know this was a con exclusive. I know this was a con exclusive because I looked at it and said, "Well, too bad I'm not gonna go after that one because that was one of them that I might actually go after." But still has that strange, weird face on it. that strange, like goofy face going on there. And then we were going to have this guy. So
That thing's completely ruined
I
for
think that
that.
this is probably the hottest one though, with Marvin the
The
Martian.
eyes are messed up. I'm sorry. Look at the front cover.
Oh, they
Look
are
how
messed up.
iconic he doesn't have any facial expressions or anything. So the eyes are important with Marvin the Martian.
The difference between the con exclusive with the
Is a
Chase
gun.
variant is a gun. They put a gun in his hand. That was kind of weak, guys. That was more than kind of weak. That was a lot of weak. There was a lot of weakness going on there.
Mr. Mark says, "What's next? Cassettes or CD boxes with pop rock Funko figures?"
That's right. That's right. You know that's what they're gonna do. He said Chase says throw it in the trash. Look. It's
Yeah,
could
garbage.
somebody tell me though for real were these things con exclusives? I thought these were con exclusive only. I guess that like maybe I'll have to like go back and look. Everybody always does. It's the funny thing about Batman. Nobody's a fan of Batman, but everybody buys everything Batman. It's always this
I
crazy
don't.
thing.
I don't
Yeah,
have
but
a single Batman
you know
pop.
what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Everybody trashes out Batman. Everybody says, "Oh, Batman's the worst. I don't collect anything Batman." And then you go to their like lair, like my wife calls this place down here, and everything you see is Batman. You're like, "Man, I thought you didn't like
Oh
Batman."
yeah.
You're like, "Well, I don't like the Heath. I don't like the one that have Heath Ledger in it. Other than that, Batman's cool."
Yeah,
Come
there's so many closet Batman fans out
so
there.
many closet Batman collectors. It's so crazy. Everybody's like, man, Batman is the worst, but then it sells out every time and nobody bought it. Nobody bought it, but yet it sells out every time. Every time. They're like, Batman is the worst ever. And then you never ever can buy it. Ever. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
come on. So I guess I'm not going to go through all of these. Some of them are better than others for sure. I mean,
Chase says he's gonna buy one and put googly eyes on it.
Doug Dodger is probably a little bit better than
Probably would
most of
improve
them.
it.
I think that this one's going to be a metallic variant. Yeah,
But
so it's
even
gonna,
that, look at it. Look at it again. You get lazy.
they got
Your
super
chase is
lazy.
just with him out his helmet. I mean, come on.
Super lazy. They took the helmet off. I mean, they just simply took the helmet off and super lazy in that chase variant. The Pinocchio, I think that they're going on to the right direction, you know, with the Fantasia, Pinocchio, Alice in Wonderland. At least Alice's eyes look a little bit better than what I seen on some of the other ones, but they still have that same goofy, stupid look to them. I'm not going to spend any more time in those because I think that we can all come to a pretty unanimous decision that they're bad. I mean, they're simply bad. I do like the Joker Batman though. I do think the 1989 Joker Batman's pretty cool. It looks like they even added some more. So there's the Dumb and Dumber. I think they are. I think they're adding them as I'm looking.
Yeah, with Lloyd Christmas.
So they do have the
Why would you do Battlestar Galactica? That movie wasn't even good, and no one actually even watched that damn movie.
so they do have the blue suited Lloyd, the orange suited Lloyd that I like a lot.
And what's worse is that's not the actual VHS cover.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I wish that maybe they would have done both of them. Maybe one of them be a common, the other one be a chase variant. So I had the orange suit and the blue suit. I have both of the Dumb and Dumbers in the orange suit and blue suit. This is the dumbest thing I think I've ever seen in my entire life. There's no need to
Battlestar
even
Galactica.
like.
Nobody even no people that watch that movie don't like that movie.
So then we come out of that and we're going to come into like this strange anime line that
You,
seems to be taking over.
you know, I was going through this, and I've got to say, I think that whoever runs Funko's social media sites, y'all suck, and y'all need to be fired in this layoff because I'm looking through this coming soon stuff. I haven't seen them post anything about half of these things, and there's some actually really cool ones I think are coming out, and I haven't seen nothing on them. Especially like we're talking the Marvel Bitty Pops; those are really cool. I'm down with those. You've got some Mickey Mouse Clubhouse ones. You've got some Christmas ones with Deadpool. You got two new Deadpool ones. Yeah, I mean you got a bunch of new movie posters coming out like Indiana Jones. There's a lot on here that you guys they're not even talking about.
No, so it's kind of wild to be honest. Funko at some point quit posting their coming soon stuff. They quit, and you said it all right just a second ago. At some point, they quit using their social media platforms to post anything and kind of made you go and find it all on your own, which to me is really weird that they're doing that, but it's something that they started doing. Now I was kind of trying to look through here and see if I had seen like the Ebenezer that like was in there, but let's talk about, so they does look like they've been adding to them since I like first pulled this up.
I mean, there's a lot of great. I mean, some great movie moments. I mean, especially with Nightmare Before Christmas. I think I've seen one of them, but you didn't show Jack Skellington Graveyard. You didn't show, Sally with the Deadly Nightshade. There's a Tinkerbell in a lantern, which I haven't seen before, and that's hot. That's great. I love that one, and maybe they did show that one actually. Um, you know, I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen a lot of these, and there's a lot of good pops that they're just not even advertising.
That's because simply nobody's been advertising on Funko social media for a really long time. It's really weird. I don't understand it as much as you do. It's been one of those like crazy things that,
That's great. It's more like we stumble on items.
yeah, so that's kind of why I started like trying to do these, going over the stuff that you don't see, because Funko just kind of abandoned like showing you that stuff. It's really weird to me. And check this out. We used to know what was coming to Hot Topic, or at least I did, and I used to think that I had a handle on what was coming to Hot Topic. I knew before the Biggie Smalls hit Hot Topic. I knew before the Britney Spears hit Hot Topic. There was always these, not if Funko didn't officially announce it, there was leaks that came out that let you know that they were coming. So,
Yeah.
but that quit happening. There's no leaks, there's no Funko announcements, there's no nothing. They posted on their site, and if you by chance come and hang out with us and we scroll through them together, then you see them. If you're like me and you're super busy, you just don't see them until like you sit down with somebody and start scrolling through them. It's really weird. It's really really weird. So the McDonald's stuff, as you can see, is all on there. The chicken nuggets. Now, I was reading an article that said that these were rumored to actually be coming out in their. Do you remember those buckets that you got for Halloween? The
Yeah.
Halloween buckets. So they were supposed to be coming like in the Halloween buckets, or maybe there was a collaboration that's in the mix of Funko and them are going to be coming out with one for a Halloween bucket. I don't know if that's true at all, and I can't remember what article I was reading to pull it up. But it try and like Google it, and maybe you can find the article. But it's an article that talks about how Funko and McDonald's will be teaming up like they did with the cactus, the cactus
Yeah, I think we
flea
briefly
market
talked about this
cactus. Yeah,
last week.
we talked about that, how they teamed up with them. They're supposed to be teaming up with Funko, and they're going to be doing one of the chicken nuggets in this. I think that would be absolutely fire if they did. I also believe that it would go way up in value. Now, whether or not it would stay there or not is probably not a reality, because let's face it, there's lots of McDonald's. There'll probably be millions of these things in circulation versus like thousands. So it probably wouldn't. But even like Mark said, he likes the chicken nuggets. I think that's going to be something hot coming forward. So keep your eyes out. Hopefully that happens. Strangers Things soda is going to be coming out. So Hopper's going to be a 9,000 piece limited run. Barb is going to be an 8,500 piece, and then Ted Lass's stuff is going to be coming out as well with
Keeley.
Keeley. It's going to be a 7,500 piece run. This is going to be the Nun. What is the Nun from?
The Nun's a horror movie. They're making another one too.
So all of these are going to be limited pieces, with the exception of these last two. So both of the DC, they're just going to do. Even the Beetle is just going to be an all run, which means they'll probably pop up at Walmart or one of those stupid places that are doing the just send me as many as you can and let people open them up on the floor type places. We know that poster over there. We know that Chase was just in here a second ago talking about how he was never going to do a poster. There's his poster right there.
I'll probably not buy it, but I think that's a hot. I mean that's one of their best movie posters is the Dark Knight.
It's going to be the Dark Knight and Joker. That's pretty fire.
And that's a Heath Ledger Joker. I think that one's pretty cool. I'll never buy it, but I'm not disagreeing that I don't think it's pretty cool.
I have the same problem Chase had when it comes to these. They're too big. They take up too much space. I'm never going to be able to put that anywhere that makes sense for me, and I'm just not going to make the room to have it. I mean,
I want more. I only have the one, but I want more.
I'm just not going to make the room to have them. It looks like they're coming back out with more Sanderson sisters. Historically, those were only available at Spirit of Halloween. Those don't have an exclusive sticker on them though, so I'm a little confused. None of these that I've seen so far have exclusive stickers. So maybe
I think they're trying to calm back down on exclusive items.
I don't think that's it. I just think somebody's lazy and not putting it on there, because I find it hard to believe that none of these are going to be exclusive to anywhere.
Yeah, it may just not be added in there. You're probably right.
I think somebody's lazy and they're just not adding that on there, and that we will eventually find out that we won't be able to buy them on here. So it looks like the Wild Boys is coming out.
No, this is Duran Duran.
This is the Wild Boys. The Wild Boys.
No, it's not the Wild Boys. They're
Duran. It says it.
Those are the Duran Duran characters. They have some new album coming out or something like that.
Oh, it says the Wild Boys. It's. I mean, I see now it says Duran Duran, but then it says John Taylor, the Wild Boys.
Old album. I don't remember,
Yeah.
but
so the new Harry Potter one right there, as you said a second ago, that one's probably going to be super hot. To be completely honest, I bet that that's probably
those are based off a Duran Duran music video called "The Wild Boys" from back in 1984.
Hey, how many people here are gambling people?
Not me. I lived in Vegas. I dislike it.
So, anybody want to take bets on if that's what's going to be in McDonald's?
Something similar, but I mean, this is like. See, the only thing I disagree with these, and I do see Funko doing these a lot, and I somewhat question who the hell is buying this shit. But this is, I mean, do Funkos, do vinyl, or do Beanie Babies? Pick one or the other. This is pretty much to me like a Beanie Baby.
Right, but you could do these really small. I bet this is really small. I bet this is really small. I bet it's only like
7 inches tall.
Is that what it says on there?
Yeah.
It says it is 7 inches tall. It is not really small. All right, so that won't go in the bucket. I was about to say, I bet those are really small, and that's what we're going to see in the bucket, but that is not going to make it into a bucket. Oh, they're coming out with some more of these stupid things. We're going to pass over that one.
I'm not.
I know you don't. That's why we were going to pass on it.
I think some of them are pretty cool.
They have the whole turtle line that's going to be coming out. We got the Raven's Claw from Harry Potter, which is also pretty cool, to be completely honest. This movie's coming out tomorrow. If this movie is not a flop, that stuff's going to go way up in price. But I have a feeling that movie's going to be a straight flop. I have a strong feeling. It looks like we're going to start getting an ad icon presence back as well with the toucan.
Toucan Sam, that's not bad.
Yes, with the toucan that's going to be coming out. For some reason, I just realized how to tell if they're exclusives or not is the price that's on there. So, if they're selling out of the Funko shop, they're $15. If they're selling out of anywhere else, then they're just $12. So that one is going to be a Funko shop exclusive. I just figured it out as I was like scrolling through there. It's like, oh, let me figure out how to like tell you which one that's going to be. These stupid things are apparently going to be flowing in at some point. At some point, we will start to see them coming back through. I'm kind of looking for an ad icon presence again. How many of us miss that?
Yeah, I do kind of miss them, to be honest with you.
I kind of miss the ad icon presence. I really do. Did you see the other day that Pee Wee Herman passed away?
Yes, I did. What
did he do? How old was Pee Wee
I think for a lot of kids, I mean, I remember watching Pee Wee Herman on Saturday morning cartoons, and I think for adults my age, it's definitely something you remember, but you also can't forget that once you got older and what he got arrested for, which to me, I don't necessarily think that completely killed his icon. And I know he's done other movies like with Ben Stiller when he did Mystery Men, stuff like that. But he was always going to be Pee Wee Herman. That he was never going to get out of that. And I think he finally later in life definitely embraced it more and stuff like that. But yeah, I think he's something that, especially if you watch him when you're a kid, is something you're always going to remember.
What do you think why do you think he like decided that he was going to expose himself in that movie theater? You know, he had a pretty big career all the way up till that moment. All the way up to the moment that he decided he was going to expose
Yeah, I
himself.
think he revived his career later in life, but yeah, it definitely took a big hit when he did that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you gotta remember when you were that big. I mean, that could have been drugs involved. There could have been alcohol involved. What's going through a person's head when they decide to do that? I mean, I mean, I don't even want to get in a person's head to figure out what the hell that's all about.
Mark said, today's secret word, kids, is going to be junk.
Yeah, yeah. That's the word of the day.
The word of the day, kids, is going to be junk. How did he do it?
Oh my god! I just found out because I do currently, you know, I go through Amazon because I do get a lot of stuff from Amazon, and I cruise through Funko's Disney stuff. If anybody is a Maleficent fan, especially with Halloween coming up and they want some sort of display, the Jumbo Maleficent Dragon is on sale on Amazon right now for $16.
Well,
pick it up.
It's funny that you said that because I had a whole Halloween segment that we were going to go through, but we didn't make it through the hot or not.
We're gonna have to get to that next week.
Well,
actually, no, we definitely got to do that next week because I believe next week, the 11th. Yes, next week would technically be the official start of Halloween for us here in Central Florida because that's when the first Halloween party starts for Magic Kingdom.
You said, bro, you was at a theater.
Good point. I mean, very good point.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I did know about that. And yes, he was just the famous one out of the other probably 50 people in there doing
they all had their pants down.
You know.
He was over there going, "Hey kids." They were like, "You're Pee Wee Herman, right?"
Yeah, he was the only recognizable one out of all the rest of them that are doing the same thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I just know that he'd exposed himself, and that's what ruined his career. I mean, I guess at that point he should have like known better than to go to one of those places, anyways. But I mean, hindsight's 20/20. No matter how you look at it, right? Got arrested at a porn theater for doing what people do at porn theaters. I've never been to one. Chase, you'll have to tell me what people do at porn theaters. Not a day in my life have I ever like rode by one of those and said, you know what? Today's the day.
That sounds like a hell of an idea. No,
that sounds like the best idea on the planet, that I'm going to go into a room that I know is going to have human. Oh, I can't even go in. I'm a germaphobe. No sir,
yeah.
no sir.
No, I probably became more of a
no.
You know, I think everybody, if anyone took anything away from COVID, it's to be more aware of germs. For sure. So, you know, yeah, I would question that one.
No, I would leave that theater and have to go see a doctor and get every immunization I could get. Had to get them all. That's how I need all of them.
Yeah.
What do you need me to give you a shot for? Everything. Everything. I need it for everything.
I don't get it. So, but yeah, yeah. To each his own. To each his own. Whatever you would care to do, that's your business. But yeah,
I mean, whatever makes people happy. It's not something that I could do. I'm too big of a germaphobe for that. I would go batshit trying to like get away from everything that was going on. What do you got going on next week you want to talk about? I know that you said you got some videos out there that you need to make.
Yes, we're gonna have some videos. We are I'm
going there.
Of course, the family. We are. What did he say?
He said you're sure not going there for the popcorn.
No. Maybe you'll find some licorice.
Maybe.
Yeah, we definitely we are staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge this weekend. I'm debating on, because of course I'll definitely do a room tour, or a room, a review of the room, which I usually go do before the kids, basically tear it up. And then I'm debating because I've already done an Animal Kingdom Lodge, walkthrough, but I also did that while we were still wearing masks and stuff like that. So I don't know. I may get up early Saturday morning and walk around and go do one. We'll see. I'm not sure about that one, but we are also going to Chef Mickey's, which is over the Contemporary, good character buffet breakfast. So I'm probably going to do a review there. In fact, my daughter and I are probably going to bring some pops for the characters to sign. All right, she already wants to get Minnie to sign her Facet pop.
Oh, so you're gonna go get characters to sign pops.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
So we do have a couple. We're gonna get them. We're gonna take with us and have them sign it, which I think will be a lot of fun. And then I know we might go to Epcot on Friday night to check out some of the food and wine. I don't plan on trying. I've had some already people texting me. I don't plan on trying the pickle milkshake. Nothing about that. I don't like pickles to begin with, so nothing about that sounds entertaining to me. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems weird.
You have to try it though.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But go have, and we may even do because we may stop by one of my favorite places in Epcot, aside from food and wine, which is Regal Eagle Smokehouse. I love the barbecue over there. A little expensive, but pretty good. Maybe I'll do a food review. So I'm going to take advantage of doing stuff because I just got some of my equipment back. I don't think I told you this, but before I did that live at 4th of July, we were going out and I realized I lost. I had this attachment for the bottom of my gimbal that had a swing arm and a boom, not like a boom mic, but a directional mic with a fuzz piece over it, and I plugged that into my phone.
Yeah.
I lost it. I don't know where the hell it went, and so my wife for our anniversary bought me she bought me them in the first place. Now she bought them again for me for our anniversary. So I got my equipment back. So we'll definitely be taking advantage of going out. And she bought me one of those camera like accessory backpacks. So I keep
You're moving up.
Huh?
You're moving up nowhere else.
A little bit. So I do carry those with me in the park. So just in case if I see anything or whatnot, I usually get my GoPro in there. So, yeah. So I don't know. We're just gonna go have fun as a family. It's their last summer weekend before school starts. It's been a while since I stayed at Animal Kingdom, and I really like that resort. So, yeah. So it's gonna be fun. So I know I have not really put any long form content out in a while, and that's only because I've actually between doing school and everything else, I've just wanted to enjoy the summer, to be honest with you, with the kids and stuff like that. So it's not that I don't want to put out long form content. I haven't had time. But
we look forward to seeing it again. I know that you're going to have some more coming soon. So I look forward to seeing it again here soon.
And I do want to also congratulate you. I watched one of your most recent videos. I think that was very educational. And if nobody has checked it out, definitely go and check out the video of Wayne's about him truly explaining what an open limited is and what a true limited is. And there's some people in this community that like to, as we've spoken before, that like to clout chase. One group does it that really annoys me, and then one guy, man, yeah, he loves to double down on this stuff, and I know a lot of you know who I'm talking about. But stop paying attention to the negativity. Know the true facts behind things, and don't just fall into the stupidity, and don't give these people views. If you don't give these people views for this dumb stuff, they're not going to post it. They're only posting it for views.
That's all that stuff is posted for. We're just posting for views, and that's it at that point. There's a lot of comments over there about like these rooms, and I just can't hardly take it anymore. So make sure you stop by Friday and check me out. I'm gonna have the my top picks for August coming up. Those are always a lot of fun. I truly appreciate you guys, and we're gonna catch you next time.
Have a good one.
Have a good one, guys.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Sometimes the easiest things to do take the longest amount of time to get done. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that, but before we get out of here real quick, guys, don't forget to go check our channel memberships out. These are both very new features to Mr. Techbot and myself, but we're both very proud that we have made it to this point. So go check out our memberships. The link should be down in the description below. If it's not down in the description below, you should be able to go to any one of our videos and it'll be down in the description below. So make sure you go check that out. It's super cool, fun way to get interactive with the channel. You'll get some really cool icons, some really cool emojis you can drop over in that super chat. You can drop over there in that chat so that you can flex on everybody a little bit. And don't forget that any and all super chats will go down in the description after this video is over. Give us 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes to get it down in there. I mean, we might not be able to do it right away. You know, we've got to eat dinner and still hang out with our family, but we truly appreciate all of you guys, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Have a good one.